Now then YouTube, I'm the Toffman and welcome back to a complete guide to Thaumcraft 4.1, the new version of Thaumcraft that came out not so long back. Don't forget you can see a link in the description to this particular mod if you are interested in downloading it, and also a link to my particular mod pack, which is Craft, which doesn't currently house 4.1 of Thaumcraft, but it soon will do, guys. So, without further ado, let's get on to today's items. I want to start with something I absolutely love, and that is Essentia mirrors. This is going to save people so much fuss and hassle. You've got to find mirror magic first, so if you've already found it previous, then you will have unlocked the ability to find Essentia mirrors. Right down at the bottom of your Artifice tab, let's go and take a look at these bad boys. Magical mirrors are very useful for transporting items over a long distance, but what if the same principle can be applied to Essentia? You think that you have discovered a way to do just that. Essentia mirrors, like their name implies, can transport Essentia in the same way that magic mirrors can transport items. There are, however, a few important limitations. You cannot pipe Essentia directly into the mirrors. They are only able to transport Essentia that has been drawn from a source towards something like an infusion matrix or arcane furnace. I will explain a little bit more about that in just a second. In effect, the mirrors allow these things to draw Essentia from sources via the mirror. Drawing something as unstable as Essentia over long distances has some risks, and occasionally a small amount of Essentia will get lost. So yeah, that would make sense though, in all honesty. Essentia mirror can be crafted in an arcane infusion. It's got a high instability because obviously it's very useful. 3 iron ingots, an ender pearl and mirrored glass, along with 8 aqua, 8 iter and 8 permutatio will allow you to get 1 of these Essentia mirrors. You're going to need 2 to pair them together. Why don't we grab 2 of these? I'm in creative mode, so I only need 1. Right, remember in the last episode I showed you the fact that this needs Victus to be able to work. Well, I've got Victus all the way over there. Pretend that that is my base, and these are my cows outside. Okay, so from my base I want to transport this Victus. I want that to be able to suck from my source of Victus in the base here. So I'm going to put one of my mirrors down here. Now pretend I've got 2 mirrors in my inventory. It's not going to do much by itself. You can go over there and put another mirror there, but it's not going to do anything because the mirrors aren't linked. Don't forget, guys, that you can right click on the mirror with the second mirror to link it with that one. So there we are. I've linked that mirror there. Now if I go ahead and plonk this on the side here, watch what happens. In just 1 second you will see a steady stream of Victus come out of the mirror and into the lamp of growth. How awesome is that? It's taking from my source of Victus over there and it's putting it straight into the lamp of growth over here, without the use of tubes, without the use of anything else, without me having to put like a jar right next to it down here and making sure that I come back and fill it up and so on and so forth. You can have your base over there that automatically fills this full of stuff, and then it will be able to go ahead and fill up this lamp of fertility from over long distances. I think it's absolutely fantastic and I love it. The next thing I want to cover in this episode, guys, is Runic Armor. Now this is very, very nice stuff indeed. If you have a look inside here, your research into protective magics has led you to discover Runic Armor. The name is misleading though, since it's not armor in the traditional sense, but a collection of charms, seals and similar protective devices worn with your everyday clothes. These devices create a barrier of magical energy that wards out most types of damage. The armour has a pool of hit points from which damage is subtracted first, protecting the wearer from all harm. Once this pool is depleted, the wearer starts taking damage as normal. The pool replenishes over time, but even when depleted, the armour offers protection roughly equivalent to that of leather armour. The armour offers no protection from damage suffered due to drowning, starvation or similar environmental hazards. Due to its nature, the armour cannot be enchanted by normal means, but you are sure there are ways to improve its effectiveness. You just need to discover them first. Okay, so the runic headpiece that you can start with: a primal charm, night ore, enchanted fabric, amber, scribing tools and a golden helmet, along with some potentia, precantatio and tutorman will give you the runic headpiece, a charge of 8 out of 8 and an instability of minor. You can also get runic chest piece using the same method, just a little bit more items and a different middle item there in a golden chest plate. You can also get runic leg piece and runic foot piece as well. what do these do? Well, I will tell you guys. I've got some on. Now, as you can see, I've got fully charged up with runic headpiece and so on and so forth. It doesn't have a texture on your body as a thing, you know, you've got your normal clothes there, but look what it does to your hearts, and I think that's a really neat effect there from Azanor. Once again, you know, it just keeps on going with these effects. I think it's brilliant. On top of the hearts there, you've got a bar, or a bar of like runic protection. Ouch, that hurt, Creeper. How dare you? But it's not actually got any of my actual hearts, but it's taken away some of those little runic hearts, I'm going to call them, right there. And you can see that my my headpiece and my chest piece and some of my other stuff, it's actually charging back now. But it's taken damage from that, and it's gone ahead and repaired itself. It's a really, really neat item to have if you come across the odd creeper or the odd skeleton or something like that. You know, you let your armor recharge and then you can go out there and fight again. So as you can see, guys, that is the runic armor. Now, it doesn't stop there, of course. You can get runic boots of the traveler. These things. Runic boots of the traveler, which act like the runic foot piece, but also gives you the bonus of what is on the boots of the traveler. It's a purchasable research as well, so you can just purchase that. You can craft that with the runic foot piece, slime ball, and boots of the traveler in the middle there with some permutation and some precantation. It's a moderate instability on there. While being protected by runic armor is vital, you have begun to miss the speed granted by your boots of traveling. Why not have both? By affixing the charms of runic foot gear to a pair of boots of the traveling, you can enjoy the benefits of both. So there you go. That is the runic boots of the traveler. You can also get runic goggles of revealing as well. While being protected by runic armor is vital, you also need the utility of the goggles of revealing to perform your thaumaturgical tasks. Why not have both? By affixing the charms of the runic headgear to a pair of goggles, you can enjoy the benefits of both. So that means you can also get the runic headpiece with the same functionality as the goggles of revealing. It will also unlock the runic armor upgrades right here. Improving runic armor has turned out to be easier than expected. You have discovered several augmentations that can be applied to it, though only a single augmentation can be applied at any one time. You've got energetic runic armor. With this upgrade, will replenish its charge much quicker than normal. Augmented, this upgrade increases the amount of charge a piece of runic armor has. Kinetic feedback, when your shielding is breached, this upgrade will release a detonation of kinetic energy. The damage and force of the detonation increases depending on how many pieces of the armor has this upgrade. This ability also has a 30-second cooldown. Very nice ability that. Revitalizing feedback. When your runic shielding is breached, it will release a pulse of regenerative energy into its wearer that will last a few seconds. The strength of this effect increases for each piece of armor with this upgrade. This effect also has a 30-second cooldown. Hardened. This upgrade doubles the amount of mundane armor protection a piece of runic armor provides once its shielding has been breached. So instead of it providing like leather protection, it will give you like iron protection. Emergency shielding. When the runic shield is breached, this upgrade will instantly add 8 or more charge spread amongst the armor pieces you are wearing. Each runic armor piece with this upgrade adds 8 charge. The ability has a 2-minute cooldown. And you can make these particular upgrades to the runic pieces as follows. Runic leg piece, or whatever it is that you're using to get the energized one, is a Salis Mundus, a redstone, 3 fire shards, Potentia and Precantatio there. To get the augmented, you need Salis Mundus, flint and order shards all around it with some Precantatio and Tutomen. To get the kinetic feedback, you'll need Salis Mundus, gunpowder and entropy with air, mortis and Precantatio. All of these are minor, by the way, guys. Revitalizing feedback, Salis Mundus and a golden apple along with water. Precantatio, Sano, and Victus as well. And then last but might not be last actually. Hardened is Salis Mundus with an iron and earth, 3 pieces of earth shard with metallum, Precantatio, and saxum. And last but not least is the runic chest piece. Well, Runic whatever piece, emergency shielding, Salus Mundus with a piece of glass, and 3 air shards with Potentia, Precantatio, and Vitreous. And that is all the Runic armor, little bits and bobs that I've got to show you guys from 4.1. The last thing I want to cover in this episode, guys, is the Golem core Butcher. This core is a refinement of the standard guard core. A golem fitted with this core will only attack animals, but it is intelligent enough to only attack the oldest, fully grown adults, and always makes sure that there is a breeding pair that remains. You get a golem animation card for. Let me start that again. You get a golem animation core for guard, shove it in there with 5 bestia and 5 corpus, and that will get you the golem animation core of Butcher. Let me show you this in action, guys. As you can see, I've got a straw golem there using the gather function on a chest, putting raw beef and leather into there. Now this iron golem right here has the Butcher animation core. Now as you can see, it's not touching the little guy, and it's not touching the last remaining pair that can be used for breeding. But if I put another one in there, there's the iron golem. It's got his eyes set on that guy there, and look at that, guys. Look at that, fully automated meat farm now within Thaumcraft. Brilliant, absolutely love it. Well, guys, next and coming up in the next video, because it's such a it's going to be a widely talked about topic, is automated alchemy. I would rather do that in a separate video so that if people want to find that particular thing, they can just watch that particular thing on one video and one video only, rather than having to search through 3 or 4 different items being explained and so on and so forth. So in the next video, I'm going to be covering automated alchemy. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, then please do leave a like, guys. It really helps the series. It really helps the videos. And it makes me feel as if I know what I'm doing. It makes me know that you guys know what I'm talking about, and you know, just get what I'm talking about. And hopefully it helps you guys understand Thaumcraft just that little bit more, so that you can go out there into Thaumcraft and enjoy it as much as what I do. So until next time, guys, I've been the Tough Man, as always. Stay safe.